The Big Bang Theory is the leading explanation about how the universe began. At its simplest, it says the universe as we know it started in a small singularity, then inflated over the next 13.8 billion years to the cosmos that we know today. Like a rapidly expanding balloon, it swelled from a size smaller than an electron to nearly its current size within a tiny fraction of a second. Evidences. 1. Redshift. A redshift in light indicates that the object is moving away from the observer. The logic is that if the universe is observed to be moving apart, it must have been closer together in the past. The Big Bang Theory is that the universe is moving apart from a central point once existed. 2. Cosmic microwave background radiation. According to the Big Bang Theory, the universe was initially very hot and then, as it expanded, it cooled. Like your refrigerator works in the same idea, expanding a liquid into a gas to cool the inside. Cosmologists were able to calculate the theoretical temperature of the universe and began to search for evidence of this. They first thought it was radio interference from nearby New York City, but eventually recognized it as radiation from beyond the Milky Way. 3. The mixture of elements. As the universe expanded and cooled down, some of the elements that we see today were created. The Big Bang Theory predicts how much of each element should have been made in the early universe, and what we see in very distant galaxies and all stars is just right.
The Big Bang is a pretty well-known theory of how the universe came to be a world like today. But what about the end? Imagine the universe shrinking back into a single matter in space, like how it started as stated in the Big Bang Theory, but backward. Big Crunch. The universe's retraction after arriving at its maximum density point. Basically the other extreme of the ever-so-famous Big Bang. In this theory, we see one of the possible ways our universe will end. It shows us the feasible death of all existing matter in space, the cosmos. In one instance, we could think of this theory as the universe getting devoured by a mysterious element from space. But, not precisely. The universe getting crunched may seem a little sloppy, but one thing for sure is that this will follow along the lines of the universe's core, getting ready to feast on the entire macrocosm surrounding it. Now, according to what this theory states, a question arises itself. What makes the universe close in itself? Is there an active force whirling around it to cause contraction just like how it expanded? There is, in fact, a force that's dragging the cosmos farther away from its starting point, and that force is called dark energy. Little is known about this matter in space, though it takes up approximately 70% of the universe. It is merely an invisible force in space that causes the measure of expansion to grow over time. That also means that dark energy may get brawny along with every hour that the universe expands.
But not to worry, because this will only happen if the thwarting matter becomes substantial enough to carry dark energy, which in this case would be gravity. It will have to reach its critical density point, the magnitude in which the universe is in a balanced state, no contraction, no expansion. If the Big Crunch does take place, Earth will be static, and so along with the lifeless manifestation of the universe. Other celestial bodies situated within and around it will die down. Stars will grow extinct and form their black holes, growing larger in numbers and merging with the others to create a larger, more vigorous black hole. The entire macrocosm will adapt to a much darker space, and temperatures will drastically drop to zero, atoms soon becoming paralyzed at the spot. So with the hypothetical proposition that the Big Crunch will indeed happen, it might have only been a continuous loop between the Big Crunch and the Big Bang, which in other words would be the Big Bounce. The universe holds so many things waiting to be uncovered by us. What do we know? There could be another fact in the death of the universe lurking behind the blackness of space, only waiting for the perfect time to jump out and perhaps scare all of us.
With these two theories, you can see the plausible beginning and the predictable future of the universe. That is the reason why our group decided to specifically choose these two topics and eliminate other related theories, as our only focus is to know how the universe started and how it will end. Though as you may notice, only the Big Bang theory is presented with some evidence, since the Big Crunch theory is only a hypothetical future made by scientists, but it does lay out the outline of events that will happen.